Oh, Sway, I have some news for you this time around. I think I know what it is, but lay it on me. Bran is getting removed. Evil Sway, you cannot just lie to people like that. Okay, you're right. I'm not sorry. But Felemental is actually getting removed. Okay. I actually have had some time to emotionally prepare for this, and yes, while Felemental is getting removed, we will still have plenty of new toys to play with. Man, you're no fun. Next, you're gonna tell me that we're gonna do all the rest of the minion types today. Actually, funny you say that. No. If we do this, we don't have to do this all over again for Sunday. Deal. Go. Welcome everyone, your favorite duo of Sway and Evil Sway here to talk about the next 8 minion types. We have Demon, Elemental, Mech, Murloc, Naga, Pirate, Quillbore, and Undead. I know it sounds like a lot, but these changes are a lot smaller than yesterday's video, so we are going to get this done. That being said, if you missed the big blog post announcement, you can click on the top right corner right now and check out that video. As well as yesterday, we talked about Beast, Dragon, and Neutral minions, which I will also link in the top right now. Spoiler alert, there is an all-type minion that we revealed yesterday that we definitely are going to reference today. Why don't we start with demons? Would you like to rip the band-aid off, Evil Sway? Indubitably. The demons leaving are Tier 1 Imprisoner, Tier 3 Dreadbeard and Felemental and Legion Overseer, Tier 4 Peckish Feldrake, and a repeat of the Tier 6 Motley Phalanx. Actually, not too many leaving. Mostly just dual-type minions. I mean, demon have something perfectly evil about them. Why change? Okay, but with all the Tier 3s leaving, specifically and notably Felemental, we will have some new minions to discuss. Let's begin with the False Impulicator, a Tier 3 minion with the end of turn effect of consuming a minion in the tavern to gain its stats. Wow, this is like Picky Eater with the Snickersnack quest reward situation that we're looking at here, but like as a minion. We are also happily losing Felemental, but sadly seeing the effects in a different light. I am happy to present the Slimy and Fiery Fellblood. The Slimy Fellblood is a battle cry effect of giving minions in the tavern +2 health this game, while the Fiery Fellblood is a death rattle that gives minions in the tavern +3 attack this game. So Felemental turned into the Moonbacon Jazzer and the Prickly Piper. It's okay to cry, Sway. Hey, I can still combo with Rylak, and both battle cries and death rattles are just as prevalent. I am perfectly happy. Thank you for your concern. Yeah, sure. Okay, last demon is the Crafty Rasi on Tier 4. This states whenever this takes damage, deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion. You know what I'm going to bring up. Don't bring it up. The Winged Chimera self-damage comp would go so well with the Crafty Rasi. Sway, it's like I'm not even here. But if you weren't here, who would tell us what elementals are leaving? Fine. Including the dual types, we are saying goodbye to Tier 2 Dancing Barnstormer, Felemental, Sandstone Drake, and Master of Realities. We found out about the Felemental just a bit ago and learned about the Sandstone Drake in yesterday's video, but the loss of the Dancing Barnstormer and Master of Realities is new. Even though Barnstormer was a lone death rattle, it was nice for just a little extra scaling in the early game, and Master of Realities got big stats really quickly in the end game. We don't even have a ton of new things to talk about here. We knew about the Fellblood, so on Tier 5 we have the Marine Matriarch. Whenever this takes damage, get a random tavern spell. Don't say it, Sway! Winged Chimera. Okay, just for that, I'm going to do the next one too. The Shalemental, excuse me? The wordplay is sickening. Shalemental, I'll take over now. This is an elemental Naga with the spellcraft. Choose a minion in the tavern. Give its stats to a random friendly minion. Well, that was fast. I guess I get to sink some Murloc now. You know Murloc can swim. They're like frogfish things. Leaving the Murloc type are Mercules, Egil, Felfin Navigator, and Wayward Grimscale. Man. Taunted Wayward Grimscales were just the worst. That was one of my other favorite things. Only 2 new Murloc joining the fray. First is Tier 2 Very Hungry Winter Finner. This has Taunt. When it takes damage, give a minion in your hand +1/+1. Wait. Let me guess. Winged Chimera. This next minion is a perfect segue into mech since it is a Mech Murloc. This is the Tier 3 Murgle MK2. It has Avenge 3, give minions in your hand and board +1/+1 permanently. Interesting permanently, like the way I'm going to permanently hate Winged Chimera because of this weekend. All right, I will do my best to not find a Winged Chimera synergy for our next minion type, Mech. Do the thing, Evil Sway. Leaving Mech are the Micro Mummy, Cogwork Copter, Lighter Fighter, Kangor's Apprentice, and Omega Buster. Well, now I really can't do the Machine Gun Chicken comp. That Lighter Fighter's going away. Part of me can't believe that Kangor's and Omega Buster's is leaving. That's a really big deal. Indeed it is, but I think you've got some evil in you, Sway. Even I think that the Herald Lighter Fighter comp is annoying. Yeah. Well, here's a new Death Rattle. Tier 1 Cord Puller. This is a Divine Shield Death Rattle that summons a 1/1 Microbot. That's not a bad tempo 1-drop. For Tier 2, we have Ziliax, and I can tell you're very excited about this, so go ahead then. Yes, so this is a reflection on Hearthstone, like the deck building mode right now, of building a Ziliax, and the fact that we have Ziliax in Battlegrounds is so exciting. There's 6 different modules: Taunt, Reborn, Divine Shield, Stealth, Wind Fury, and Magnetic, and you can triple any 3 of them to create an assembled Ziliax, as well as play them on their own. So I can build my own evil Ziliax with like Stealth, Wind Fury, and Reborn. You can even make it extra evil, so the Magnetic is part of the triple and attach the Stealth and Wind Fury onto a whole different minion. This sounds perfect. I agree. The precision is perfection. Sway, why? Okay, we already talked about Murgle just now and Untamable in yesterday's video, which has a great synergy with our final mech, the Charging Zarena. This has a Divine Shield and reads, whenever you cast a Tavern spell, give your minions with Divine Shield +3 attack. Tempo, buffs, Zarena's great. On to Naga. Leaving Naga are the Servant Surf, Pashmar the Vengeful, Silent Swimmer, Critter Wrangler, and Greta Goldgun. Pashmar is taking a much needed retirement, and Silent Swimmer leaving means no more stealthing any minion. Looks like just the Ziliax module tripled with a Magnetic could give something stealth at this point. Oh, I'm sad to see Greta go again, but it was nice to have her back for a bit. I loved when one of my opponents would get so much value from Pashmar right before a no-minion ghost turn. I see why they call you Evil Sway. Starting our new Naga, the Tier 3 Shell Whistler. This is a battle cry of get a random Tavern spell from Tier 2. As much as I love battle cries, this one baffles me a bit. It doesn't seem to fit the Naga type, but maybe we'll discover more on the 9th. Worst case, it's tempo. Just kidding. Here's a minion from yesterday, the dual type Naga Dragon, Draconic Death Scale, with the spellcraft of triggering a friendly minion's battle cry. Still wouldn't play it. That's because you don't like fun. Okay, I'm going to read this next minion and you are not allowed to say the thing or I'm leaving. Okay, but now everyone's going to think it. There's simply no winning here. This is the Tier 4 Softhearted Siren. Whenever this takes damage, get a random spellcraft spell limited to 3 times per combat. See, I'm not saying it. And the last minion is the Shell Elemental, which we talked about in the Elemental section. On to Pirates. Leaving Pirates are the South Sea Busker, Corpse Refiner, Bloodsail Cannoneer, Dreadbeard, Audacious Anchor, and Greta Goldgun. Good riddance to the Anchor. I was so tired of it sniping my Banana Slammers. Actually, not a lot new here. The Tier 3 Time Captain Hooktail, which we talked about yesterday, and aside from that, just the one Tier 4 Long John Copper. Whenever this takes damage, get a gold coin, limited at 3 times per combat. If you don't play this Winged Chimera comp day 1, I am filing a formal complaint. Piggy time! Only 3 minions leaving on our Quillbore set: Briarback Bookie, Paint Smudger, and Bristleback Knight. I really did end up loving the Paint Smudger comps, but we have a new Tier 3 Bristling Buffoon. Whenever this takes damage, get a Blood Gem, and also limited at 3 times per combat. We also have a new Tier 6 Pokey Thornmane. At the end of your turn, your Blood Gems give an extra +1/+1 this game. I love this Tralga Drakari support. We know how you feel about big numbers. Does that apply to Blood Gem value? Is that a serious question? Of course it's not. Well, that just leaves undead, and then I'm free to be evil in peace. Go ahead then. Dying once again are Micro Mummy and Corpse Refiner, as we know, also Tier 2 Grave Gobbler, Tier 3 Sore Loser, and Tier 4 Steadfast Spirit. We talked about the Nightbane Ignited yesterday, so only 2 more new undead joining the game. Tier 3 Hateful Hag. Whenever this attacks, give the minion to the right of this reborn. A note about this is the golden one is the 2 minions to the right, which makes sense. But usually when something is golden, it's adjacent, but in this case, that would be very bad for this minion. So it is the 2 minions to the right. Interesting that it's minion and not undead. I can choose my new favorite minion and make it reborn forever. On Tier 6, we have the Uninvited Guest, a start of combat effect of give your other minions Death Rattle, summon a 3/2 shadow. Of course, these shadows are undead, so they get any attack buffs you've given your undead units throughout the game. Okay, I mean, I do like a swarm board, and this does seem pretty evil. Well, that's that, Evil Sway. I just want to say thank you for Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you're as excited about the new inclusions as I am, and we'll be back to talk about more things on the 9th. And don't forget about our Hearthstone Friday series. The next one is a yummy one, if I do say so myself. Remember to like and subscribe and comment with your favorite new minion. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all on the 9th. Bye, everyone.